Hey everyone, welcome back to Immigration YTTV, your go-to spot for clear, up-to-date immigration tips. If you're a green card holder planning an extended trip abroad, you might need a re-entry permit to protect your status and make coming back to the US smoother. Today, we're diving into everything you need to know about applying for one in 2025, including all the latest rules, requirements, and any changes in the current landscape. We'll cover step-by-step instructions, fees, and tips to avoid common pitfalls. Stick around, and if this helps, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Let's get started. What is a reentry permit and when do you need it? A reentry permit is an official travel document issued by USCIS that allows lawful permanent residents that's you with a green card to re-enter the US after being abroad for more than 1 year without abandoning your residency status. It's like a safety net to show you intend to keep the US as your home. You generally need one if your trip will last longer than 1 year but less than 2 years. You've been away frequently or for long periods and want to avoid questions at the border. Note, for trips under 6 months, your green card alone is usually enough, but absences over 6 months could impact naturalization eligibility. Without it, you risk being seen as having abandoned your status, which might lead to delays or even needing a special visa to return. But remember, the permit doesn't guarantee entry. You still need to prove admissibility at the port of entry. Eligibility and requirements, updated for 2025. To be eligible, you must be a lawful permanent resident or conditional permanent resident. You have to be physically in the US when you file the application and attend biometrics. You can already have a valid reentry permit unless it's lost or returned. Key requirements. Proof of your LPR status, like a copy of your green card, Form I-551. A government-issued photo ID, e.g., passport, driver's license. If you haven't received your green card yet, include your admission notice or temporary status evidence. No criminal or immigration issues that would bar issuance. In 2025, there's no major overhaul to eligibility, but USCIS emphasizes maintaining strong U.S. ties like family, job, or property to avoid abandonment claims. Recent trends show more scrutiny at airports, so documentation of these ties is crucial even with a permit. How to apply, step-by-step guide. Applying is straightforward, but it must be done by mail, no online option for reentry permits. Here's the process. Gather documents. Collect your green card copy, photo ID, and any supporting evidence. Complete Form I-131. Download the latest edition, January 20th, 25, from USCIS. Select Reentry Permit in Part 1. Fill it out in black ink or type it. Pay the fee. Use the USCIS fee calculator for the exact amount. Attach payment via check, money order, or credit card form. Mail your application. Send to the address on the USCIS filing addresses page. Include Form G-1145 for email/text notifications. Attend biometrics. USCIS will schedule an appointment for fingerprints and photos, usually within a few weeks. Wait for approval. Once approved, your permit will be mailed to your U.S. address or a U.S. embassy abroad if requested. Pro tip: file at least 60 days before your trip to allow time for processing. Fees, processing times, and validity. Fees. As of July 22, 2025, new fees apply due to the H.R. 1 reconciliation bill. Check the USCIS fee schedule for the latest. They're non-refundable, so double-check everything. Processing. Typically 3 to 5 months, but check USCIS processing times for current estimates. Biometrics at about 1 to 2 weeks. Validity. Up to 2 years for most LPRs, or 1 year if you've been abroad a lot recently. It doesn't extend. You'll need to reapply if needed. New rules, requirements, and changes in the current scenario. Here's what's new in 2025. Fee increases. Starting July 22, 2025, higher fees for Form I-131 to cover processing costs. Always use the fee calculator to confirm. Increased border scrutiny. CBP officers are asking more questions about travel history, U.S. ties, and reasons for absence. Even with a permit, carry proof like bank statements, utility bills, a valid U.S. driver's license, and tax returns. Red flags include no U.S. bank accounts, expired licenses, or inconsistent tax filings. IRS data is shared with immigration. Travel bans impact. New proclamations in June 2025 restrict entry from certain countries, e.g., Afghanistan, Myanmar, but LPRs with valid documents are generally exempt. However, if you're from an affected country, expect extra vetting. A re-entry permit helps demonstrate intent. Alien registration trend. While not directly for LPRs, a new requirement starting April 11, 2025. Mandates registration for some non-citizens staying 30-plus days, but green card holders are already registered via their status. Overall, the scenario emphasizes proving U.S. residency ties amid tighter enforcement. No hateful vibes here, just facts to help you travel smartly. Tips to avoid issues and common mistakes. Apply early and from the U.S. Keep copies of everything. Maintain U.S. ties, file taxes as a resident, renew your driver's license. If your permit expires abroad, apply for an SB-1 visa at a U.S. embassy. Consult an immigration attorney for personalized advice. Conclusion. That's your complete 2025 guide to re-entry permits. Remember, this isn't legal advice. Always check official sources or a professional. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time.